May 27th, 2018, 25 days in to the aquarium. Today we switched out an EF50 filter with an EF150 filter. I gave a little bit of a review on the EF50 filter. In summary, not great. The EF150 is much better and it provides a massive flow compared to the EF50. I will put a little bit of a warning up just now. The footage for when I've installed the filter does capture quite a lot of the flicker from the LEDs, so just be aware of that if you do have any kind of photosensitive epilepsy. Anyway, over to me, and hopefully this isn't too long a video for you. Thank you. You'll have seen it on eBay and on Allpond Solutions if you're in the UK. It's the Boyu EF50. I mean, it's cheap, but I wouldn't rate it too highly. So as you can see, it has two chambers, sponge, and then in this one we have biological and chemical. I would switch out the chemical eventually and just have a big biological filter. The flow isn't great. It'd probably be fine on a very small tank, like it'd even be suitable for like a beta tank or a shrimp tank. The flow is very minimal. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm just going to close the window so you can't hear that. There we go. So yeah, I thought I'd get it and see how it goes. I probably will be using it on a shrimp tank, but for my planted tank I need a little bit more flow. So today we're going to be taking the biological media out of this. Not that it's great, but it's seeded, and putting it into this, which is the Allpond Solutions EF150. This one I am really pleased with. This is a really good pump. I used it on a previous aquarium, so this isn't new. Let me just talk you through how we're filling it. So, coarse foam, medium foam, dropped. What I do with my foams is I buy the pond stuff and then just cut them to size because it's a lot cheaper. Fine foam, and then we have biological, and then just under that we've got carbon. But you can see this is Biohome media, really nice little media. This isn't a sponsored video. It's really good. Let me see if I can crack it and you can see the internal structure. You might not be able to see it. It might lose focus, but it's incredibly porous. There are a lot of very small cavities in there. So what you get as you move towards the centre, I'm just going to put that back in as it is an anaerobic environment. So as the water passes through them small channels, them small chambers that are coated in bacteria, bacteria use up the oxygen as it's going through, and you end up with water going through that is depleted of oxygen. At that point, there's some types of bacteria called facultative anaerobes that will then use nitrates as the final electron acceptor in the electron transport chain. So basically you can get rid of nitrates, albeit it's a very long, very slow process. But if that's something you're interested in, then I know this media can do it. I just want a media with a good surface area, and this is about as good as you can get in the UK, I think. So what we'll do now is take the biological media out of this, put it into this, and then top that up with the sponges, and we're good to go. So join me again in a second. So here we are. It's got the media in it. I didn't bother showing that because that's wicked boring. I mean, this isn't the most thrilling video anyway. I'll just show you the intakes and outlets. So I've purchased the Eheim. That's an inlet. Now, on a big tank, this side would be in the tank. This side would have the hose connected. But as the tank that I'm running is at best 10 inches tall, and it's got at least a 1.5 inch, 2 inch layer of substrate. I need to use the short side. Whoops, nearly. And then the other bit, so it doesn't fall over, is my shepherd's crook. That's the outlet again, it's an Eheim. These are really cheap, they do the job. At the minute I don't have any shrimp or fish, so I don't need to worry about the intakes being open. But I might get a little filter basket type thing, a strainer to go over the end when I do get livestock. So just a little run through on this filter, I guess. Apologise for the glare. Water comes in here. When you do maintenance you can switch it off, which is quite nice. Through your foams, again, it's a nice feature that your inlet is at the top, so that when you're doing maintenance and you're rinsing your foams, it's take the top off, rinse the foams, put them back in, you're not having to dismantle the filter. Goes right through, and then at the bottom of the filter, about here, there is a little basket that stops all the media going down, so we have a nice chamber at the bottom that's just for water. It ensures a good flow. Pump is external. It's a similar build to the ADA pumps, just obviously not as nice a finish. So this is a max head height of 0.85 of a metre. So about a yard for those of you in the US, I think you work in yards. 400 litres an hour. Again, this is a very, very small tank that I'm running it on. It's at best 30 litres, at absolute best. So good turnover. Yeah, so nice little tank, nice little filter. Let's get it hooked up and primed, and we are, I guess, good to go. Okay, and there we go. That's the new filter all hooked up. It's a little bit noisy at the minute. Just needs to purge a bit of the air. This is my study. I'm not in here that often, so it's good. Really good rate of flow, if you can see that. That's nice. Probably going to be too much flow for the fish. I'm planning on keeping in here. But we will deal with that when we get to it. You can see as well I made a stupid mistake. Well, you can't because it's being blown around at the minute. I got some Glosso seeds from eBay and scattered them in like an idiot. So now I have little bits of Glosso growing in the roots of the duckweed, so that's good. Still, anyone wants plants, Lemnobium, Cardamine laurata, Salvinia, Macranthemum Monte Carlo. There's a little bit of stargrass in there. What the condition of it's going to be like at this point, I don't know, but it'll be free, so, you know, hit me up. The other thing that I got today, excuse the mess, is another little fish tank, which is going to go behind here. So you probably can't see that well, but you see it's a two-tiered system. So I'm going to put the tank up there. That's going to be the shrimp tank, and I am going to use the Boyu filter that I've just taken off this tank in there. So I'll have planted tank, shrimp tank, filter just stood next to it, and also I'm going to do a little garden in this. So should look quite nice. That'll be a reef, that'll have the geckos, and we'll have a load of stuff down there. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching, see you next time.